Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided I would vlog for you guys. I want to do a vlog on Frugal February. This is an initiative started by Canna Campbell. She's a financial planner and she has a YouTube channel called Sugar Mama TV. She's written two wonderful books, the first of which is called The $1,000 Project, and it's about saving parcels of $1,000 to reach financial goals. She's done a couple of years where she's done Frugal February and she's doing it again this year, and I thought I would try it. So I'd try being a total tightwad for February within reason. So I thought I would just do a vlog and just show you how I'm trying to simplify my life and save some money this month. I thought I'd just take you along just a bit of my day in the life while I try and make some decisions on how to simplify and save some money at the same time. If you're new to my channel, my name's Mel. I do a lot of decluttering videos. I'm a decluttering coach based in Sydney, Australia, and if you love tips on how to simplify and organize your home and your life, then I'd love to have you join this community. Okay, so I'm just in my kitchen looking at my new water filter behind me. It's a water filter jug. I bought it from Aldi in the special buys, and yesterday it was one way of how I tried to save money. I went and did a shop at Aldi supermarket. I was really adamant about making sure I did most of my shop from Aldi instead of going to Woolies like I often do, because I do find it is cheaper generally when you go to Aldi. I did spend over $200 there yesterday, but that was because I stocked up a lot. I recently decluttered my pantry. I've got a pantry declutter video on my channel which I just did recently that I'll link above here for you to watch if you want to see how I decluttered and organized my pantry last week. So I did spend quite a lot of money, but I bought quite a lot of stuff to last us this week, but also, you know, some other items like the water filter, and bought healthy foods like almonds and things like that, which generally tend to be more expensive anyway. I actually did a live grocery haul on my Facebook page, Simply Mel, so I'll put a link to that in the description below if you actually want to go and see what I got from that Aldi grocery haul. I need a coffee really bad, and that's the other thing I'm going to do. I was just dying for a coffee this morning, but I had to drop my car off to get service, and I decided no, I'm going to be good. I'm not going to go to the cafe and buy a coffee. I'm going to come home and make myself some banana on toast for breakfast and make myself a tea or coffee. Also, because I'm getting my car service today, it's getting its rego check, so I'm a little bit scared of how much it might cost. This is the other thing we're trying to do as well. We usually just toss our bottles into the recycling bin, but my son has been collecting them and taking them to like the local return and earn to get his 10 cents back per bottle. So far he's got $1.50, and then we'll probably try and collect at least 6 more bottles so we've got at least $1 worth to return next time we go past there. Sorry if it's a bit noisy, there's someone mowing their lawn outside. There's some construction going on at a house from the back. I actually called the car place that's servicing my car today because this morning when he asked me if I wanted my car washed, I said yes, and then he said it was going to cost extra. It was going to cost an extra $38, and I thought I hadn't had my car washed in like over 8 months. There's actually water restrictions at the moment, which means we can't use the hose. So even though you can use like a bucket of soapy water on your car at home, it's really hard to rinse it off, and it just looks dirty. And because of the bushfires, there's been so much like dirt, the air's just been really dirty around here. So I haven't bothered washing my car because if it gets washed, it's going to be dirty like a day or two later. Today I was like, yeah, I'm getting my car serviced, let's just get it nice and washed. And I actually called him and said, you know what, I've decided not to get my car washed this month. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that, and now I'm going to go film a decluttering video. I finished decluttering, and this is all my daughter's stuff that she's outgrown or will have outgrown by the time next summer rolls around, and stuff she hasn't been wearing. Most of it will be donated. I've done pretty well. A lot of these are hand-me-downs. Some of them have just been worn so many times. She's been very lucky. Since I've started working working from home, I've been really good at eating lunch from home. I actually prefer eating lunch at home because you can prep something in your own kitchen. And today's speciality is leftover turkey bolognese, but I don't have any pasta left, so I've just done one of those little microwave things of brown rice and quinoa, and so that is what I'm having. And I actually made a huge double batch of turkey bolognese last night, and I always try and do like a double batch, because then you can cook once, eat 2 or 3 times, and it just saves you so much time and effort. It's the same amount of cooking and washing up, tiny bit more prep in terms of if you're doing vegetables, just a few more vegetables to chop. Really economical in terms of time and money to do a batch cook and then try and extend it out. And we're not having pasta with the bolognese tonight. I've just got a pack of taco shells from Woolies, 12 taco shells, the hard ones, because we like them nice and crunchy, in the oven. And we're just going to fill them with cheese and the leftover bolognese, some tomatoes, corn. The bolognese actually already has carrot in it, so it's going to be a really easy dinner. All I have to do is heat up the leftovers, chop a few tomatoes, open a can of corn, heat up the taco shells for a few minutes in the oven, and then that's dinner done tonight. So easy. This is another little thing that I do to try and stay frugal. I dig up our washing on clothes racks and hang them outside. These are ones that have been hanging outside yesterday, and then I just brought the whole rack in because I was too lazy to unpeg it, but I need to unpeg it. I fold that stuff tonight, stuff on the couch there, as you can see. Even when it's like too cold or rainy or windy to have stuff hanging outside, I'll hang this inside, and if I think it's going to be really damp inside from hanging the washing, I've got a dehumidifier which I'll run in the room. So I'm not running the dryer very often. Usually I only use the dryer in winter, and that's usually only for towels. Another way of being frugal, so this is not just a Frugal February thing for me, it's basically all year round. I just want to show you also what my son's been working on. We've got some little pocket money jars for him. This isn't part of the $1,000 project, it's part of another financial advisor who's quite popular in Australia, Barefoot Investor. He recommended doing this saving method for kids, and what you do is you get 3 jars and you label them give, save and spend, and when you divvy out the kids' pocket money, they have to put a bit of their weekly pocket money into each jar, but they get to decide what proportions they want to put into. But because there's 3 jars and my son only gets $3 a week from doing a couple of chores during the week, then he kind of has to put like $1 in each jar because there's only 3 jars. So he's got a give jar, a charity jar, your save jar, which when it gets to be $10, $20 in there, I'll take the cash and transfer the savings account into a little savings account for him, little online savings account, just so he can see the number build up there. And then his spend account, he can spend it on anything he wants. If you live in Australia, you'll know you'll get the book club brochure where you can buy books, and a portion of the book's price goes to your school to help school fundraising. So every term my son brings home this catalogue, but I don't want to do it every single term. This term we've decided if he wants to buy a book, he can use his pocket money that he saved to buy the book, and it helps him realize the value of money. He has to decide, whether it's really worth spending money on certain things, and he'll have to wait a bit longer to build up more savings again. I think my 3-year-old is a bit young to do it, but so that she doesn't feel left out, we have a little jar for her, and I've just been putting the odd silver coin into it when we give my son his pocket money so that she doesn't feel left out. And in case you're wondering, with the chores, my son has to do things like make his bed and things like that are just part of being a member of the household. You don't get paid for that, but the actual chores he does to help out around the house, he feeds Ernie, he keeps Ernie's litter tray clean during the week. I do the main clean out once a week of his litter tray, and he empties the dishwasher every day. Hey there, Megan. It's actually the following week, and I'm actually editing this video for you today, but I was just making my breakfast, which is banana on toast, and I thought of a couple more Frugal February hacks for you, how I save money on food. My bananas were getting quite squishy, so I cut them up and put them in the freezer. So in my freezer, I just broke them up in smaller pieces just so that they're easier to blend when I put the frozen bananas into my NutriBullet to make a smoothie. I've also got sandwiches that I make ahead for my son's school lunches because I just make them all at the beginning of the week. These are ham and cheese, just pop them in separate containers in the freezer and they defrost overnight. Also, if I've got leftover like spinach, which I use for salads and stuff from November, before it goes bad, I will just shove the whole bag into the freezer, and then when I'm making a green smoothie or even spaghetti bolognese or curry, I will toss the frozen spinach straight into those. And I freeze a lot of bread, so I like to buy fresh bread for my kids to have sandwiches during the week. When it starts to get stale, I will pop it into the freezer and then just pop it straight into the toaster from frozen and toast it from frozen, and that way I never waste any bread. In the weekend I bought a bike. I bought it second hand off a lady. It cost me $65. It's just going to be like a run around so that I can go bike riding with my kids, mainly my son, and then my daughter, she can't quite keep up with us on her three-wheeler, on her trike at the moment, and my husband has a bike, so this is what I bought her today off another lady. It's this little bike seat, and it's for child to about 4 years old. My daughter's 3, and it was $50. My husband is going to strap that to his bike, and then as a family we can all go bike riding together. Last thing I saved money on today is I had half a tank of petrol in my car, and I don't like to let my petrol get too low. I like to sort of look at petrol prices and top it up when I feel like the prices are a little bit cheaper. I noticed in my local area the unleaded petrol, I don't think it was the one that I even put into my car, the ethanol one was $1.70 a litre, and when I went to pick up the bike seat I was in a different suburb, like only a couple of suburbs, like 2 or 3 suburbs away from where I live. The slightly more expensive petrol, I think it was unleaded 95, was $1.40 a litre. So I thought I might as well just fill up my half tank while I'm in that suburb, so I've saved some money. So I'm going to bank that money straight into the $1,000 project bank account now, and that cost savings will go towards my $1,000 parcel that I'm working towards. So I'm really pleased with that. When I kind of knew to look out at the prices of petrol in that area, in that suburb, when I went to pick up that little bike seat for my daughter, because I have this app on my phone called Petrol Spy. It will show you the petrol prices in the area around you. I'm glad I checked it this morning when I actually was in the suburb and saved some money. So check out the Petrol Spy app. I don't know if it only works in Australia, but you might find there's a similar app that you can use in your area. If you want to do Frugal February, you could join partway through the month, or you could do it in March. It doesn't have to be February that you're doing it. It's a really great way to try and save up your money. I'll also leave a link to Kenna's channel down below, Sugar Mama TV, because she's the one that has started Frugal February and is the author of the $1,000 project. You'll really enjoy her videos. She's got so many tips. And if you like this style of video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!